Hey everybody, are you all finally ready to receive your $1,400 stimulus check? I'm so excited for all of you that are finally about to get that payment. And I have my fingers crossed for all of you that already have a pending deposit set up in your bank account. By the way everybody, do any of you guys have a pending deposit in your bank account? If you do, then leave me a comment down below. Now with the first wave of third stimulus payments, the stimulus money was made available to account holders by 9 a.m. local time on the payment date. So guys, just make sure to check your bank accounts around 9 a.m. local time. And by that time, your bank should have already finished processing your stimulus money. And you should have complete access to the $1,400. There are also several banks that will be releasing stimulus funds to its customers earlier than usual. In fact, Wells Fargo has informed its customers that their $1,400 stimulus checks would be available in their accounts shortly after midnight tonight. And even Direct Express has also said that they will begin releasing funds at exactly 1 a.m. tonight. Chase Bank should also be releasing funds around 3 a.m. So everybody get ready to receive a stimulus check. If you guys are excited for a third stimulus check, then be sure to get this video to 1,000 likes. And don't forget to share my videos with your friends and family so they too can get the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check news. Now folks, do not worry if your bank does not make your $1,400 payment available to you by tomorrow. Your stimulus money will be released to you, and we just have to be patient and give banks some time to process everyone's payment. So, congratulations to everyone that has already received the payment. Now, it feels so bad for all of you that are not sending any paying deposits in your bank account. It is extremely outrageous and terrible for how long the IRS is taking to send out these third payments. People across the country are in need of help now, and they cannot keep on waiting and waiting. Let me know down in the comments everybody. If you still do not see a payment date on the IRS Get My Payment tool. But there is really not much that can be done to speed the delivery process of your third payment, because the IRS definitely needs to work harder on their end. In fact, they should not be taking this long to get your third stimulus check sent out. Now, if any of you guys do not receive your third stimulus check this week, there may be a serious issue. Listen up guys, because if you check the IRS Get My Payment tool and it says your stimulus check was scheduled to arrive days ago, something else may be going on. It is possible that your stimulus check wasn't sent to the right bank account, or maybe your account was closed, or an electronic transfer was made for a temporary bank account. But still, there are millions of people who use a tax preparer like Jackson Hewitt, TurboTax, and H&R Block that still ended up now receiving a stimulus check. But still, this issue has not been very common with a third round of stimulus checks. If your stimulus payment was supposed to arrive days ago, reach out to your bank or taxpayer to see if an attempt was made to deposit money to your account. Guys, I want all of you to receive a stimulus check as fast as possible. I know how much you guys need that money. Now, if you don't get a direct deposit by tomorrow night, everybody, don't worry. Your stimulus payment will most likely arrive in the mail then. Now, there also may be an issue if you filed your 2020 taxes and signed up for direct deposit for the first time, or maybe if you corrected your banking information with the IRS. It is possible that the IRS has not processed your tax return and the banking information that you sent them before the third stimulus payment. Also, everybody, please make sure the IRS has your current address on file. If you moved in 2020 and the IRS or USPS doesn't know your new address, your stimulus checks may have been sent to the wrong people. It is also possible that debt collectors might have seized your stimulus check. The first check was susceptible to seizures of many varieties, including if you owed past due child support payments, but that was not the case for a second payment or the second round of checks. Now for this third stimulus payment, private debt collectors are still able to take away your stimulus checks. Now if you are still waiting for your third stimulus check, everybody, that was supposed to be delivered on March 26th, it is possible that you may have overlooked the envelope containing your payment. With the first payment that was sent out last year in 2020, many people actually reported accidentally throwing out the envelope containing their stimulus check because they didn't recognize that it contained the stimulus payment. So please folks, please pay attention to your mail and don't assume it's all junk. For a paper check, watch out for a white envelope sent from the US Treasury Department. But the IRS still has not given a firm payment for when all stimulus checks would be issued. But the IRS continuing to work directly with the Social Security Administration, the Railroad Retirement Board, and VA to obtain updated 2020 information for all recipients if you guys are on Social Security or other federal benefits. So everybody, be sure to leave your comments down below.
I promised in the beginning that I'd always give you the straight scoop, straight from the shoulder, the good and the bad. Well, here's the truth. The good news is we're on track to beat our goal of 200 million shots in the first 100 days. More than 75% of the people over the age of 65 have gotten shots, up from 8% when we took office. That's a dramatic turnaround and critical because seniors account for 80% of all COVID deaths. To help support my goal of safely reopening the majority of K through 8 schools by my 100th day in office, I directed states in early March to make educators and child care workers eligible for vaccines and to get a goal of getting all who wanted the vaccination to be able to have one and to do it in the month of March. I'm pleased to report, according to CDC estimates, over 80% of teachers, school staff, and child care workers received at least one shot by the end of March. And that's great progress protecting our educators, our essential workers. And because our vaccine program is in overdrive, we're making it easier to get a vaccination shot. Last week, I announced that by April 19th of this month, 90% of all Americans will be within 5 miles of a vaccination site. And further good news is that we're getting more and more data on just how effective the vaccines are. Dr. Fauci recently cited 2 studies from the New England Journal of Medicine that found fully vaccinated healthcare workers on the front lines had extremely low infection rates, less than 0.2%, compared to unvaccinated healthcare workers who had considerably higher infection rates. So we're making incredible progress. There's a lot of good news, but there's also some bad news. New variants of the virus are spreading and they're moving quickly. Cases are going back up. Hospitalizations are no longer declining. While deaths are still down, way down from January, they're going up in some places. So you might ask, everybody's asking, what does that mean? I understand that people may find it confusing, that the vaccination program is saving tens of thousands of lives, but the pandemic remains dangerous. Let me explain it in a single word: time. Time. Even moving at the record speed we're moving at, we're not even halfway through vaccinating over 300 million Americans. This is going to take time. Remember, for a 2-dose vaccine, it takes weeks from the time you get your first one until you're able to get your second shot, which makes you fully protected. If you get your first shot next week in mid-April, you won't be fully protected until May, late May. If you get your first shot in
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I truly appreciate all of your amazing support. Until next time, have a great day and stay safe.